Hello friends, I, Professor N.V. Bhoknar from Department of Agricultural Microbiology and Plant Pathology, currently working in Kekewa College of Agriculture, Nasik. Welcome you all in today's session. Today's topic that is Integrated Plant Disease Management, IPDM or IDM. What are the learning objective? First, let's recap. Then second one, introduction. Then principles. Then different examples under the principles. Then how to apply practically these principles. Then last but not least, that is conclusion. So regarding introduction or recap, during last lecture we see how IPDM evolved, how to define it, its concept, difference between disease control and management, and importance of integrated plant disease management. So, what are the principles? Let's see one by one. There are 5 principles. First one, avoidance. Second one, exclusion of inoculum. Third one, eradication. Fourth one, protection. Last, that is disease resistance or immunization. First one, avoidance. In this picture, you can see in case of avoidance, avoid the contact between pathogen and the host. So let's see in detail. In this case, avoiding the disease by planting at times when or in the areas where inoculum is ineffective due to environmental conditions or is rare or absent. So first one, that is proper selection of geographical area. So for example, wet condition, it is more preferable for the pathogens or fungal or bacterial pathogens than dry conditions. Then second one, proper selection of the field. There should not be a disease history of particular field, for example wilt. Then adjusting the sowing time, adjust the sowing time as per the disease incidence, or it should not coincide with the sowing time. Or for example, infection of black stem rust of wheat, it is more in late sowing, so early sowing is recommended. Then disease escaping varieties, some varieties escape disease damage due to growth characters. For example, early maturing pea escapes the attack of powdery mildew disease. Then proper selection of seed and planting material. For example, wheat smut of sugarcane. Healthy seed or planting material is necessary or important for avoidance of disease. Next principle, exclusion. In simple meaning or simple words, no entry or for the pathogens. In this case, seed treatment, seed certification, and plant quarantine terms are included. Let's see in detail. Here, preventing the inoculum from entering or establishing in the field or area where it does not exist. First one, seed treatment. To prevent the establishment of pathogen, it is achieved through the chemical or biological agents. Then next one, seed inspection and certification. It is done to prevent the inter and intra regional spread of seedborne diseases, particularly viral diseases. Then next one, plant quarantine regulation. Quarantine is nothing but the legal restriction on the movement of agricultural commodities, that is checking of plant commodities, seed cuttings for the presence of pathogens. There are 3 types of quarantine, that is domestic, foreign, and total embargoes. Next principle, eradication. In this case, total destruction of inoculum, it is done, or infection chain is broken. Let's see in detail. Eradication, it is nothing but reducing, inactivating, eliminating, or destroying the inoculum at the source, either from a region or from an individual plant in which it is already established. First one, that is roguing. that is a removal of diseased plant from the field. Then eradication of alternate and collateral host. For example, alternate host like barberry are were removed to control the wheat rust. Then crop rotation, rotate the crops in the same field. It is applicable for the soil-borne diseases like wilt. Then crop sanitation, it plays a very important role in case of disease management. Then manures and fertilizers, excess nitrogen invites the pathogens to attack. So there should be proper and balanced dose of manures and fertilizers. Then next one, mixed cropping. In case of mixed cropping, it reduces the disease incidence like root rot and wilt. Then next, that is summer plowing. Summer plowing is done to eradicate or kill the resistant or dormant structures of the fungi. For example, the soil-borne pathogens like wilt. Then soil amendments. Amendments like oil cake and lime, etc., are used to reduce the disease incidence. Particularly in case of club root rot, lime is applied. Then seed rate and plant density. As close spacing is increases the humidity, so favors the disease growth. So proper seed rate and plant density should be followed, which is recommended. Then in case of irrigation, amount, frequency and method of irrigation, it plays a very important role. And the irrigation water, it provides a way for the dissemination of bacterial diseases. Next one, that is protection. Protection means to protect the plant from the pathogens with the help of some chemicals. So in this case, preventing the infection by creating a chemical toxic barrier between the plant surface and pathogen. So fungicides, chemical fungicides are used or sprayed to create a barrier between plant surface and pathogen, so that fungicide, they act on the leaf surface and they kill the newly germinated spore. For example, sulfur fungicides are used to control the powder mildew diseases, or erection of a windbreak or other mechanical barrier, particularly in case of viral diseases. Last principle, disease resistance, or which is also called as immunization. That means the immunity build-up takes place, or disease resistance is achieved in case of plant, so that when the pathogen attacks on the particular host or plant, there will not be many or much more yield reduction. In detail, preventing the infection or reducing the effect of infection by managing the host through improvement of resistance in it by the genetic manipulation or by chemical therapy. There are also some chemicals which increases the resistance or immunity of the particular plant, or disease resistant and tolerant varieties which are developed by the breeders are used to against the pathogens or diseased. And the disease resistant variety, it is most cheapest, easiest and most efficient way. So what is the bottom line? At the end of the lesson, you will be able to learn different principles of disease management, that is avoidance, exclusion, eradication, protection and immunization. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Take care.